What's up, guys? We are live, and we have a pretty decent card this Saturday. We got UFC Singapore, Damian Maia versus Ben Askren. I know a lot of people don't like the card. It is what it is. It's not like a terrible card, and we have UFC, man. So I mean, you can't complain. Obviously, next week's better though. But yeah, it's really early in the morning, so I'm excited, man, for this card. Let's talk about last card real quick. So main event, yeah. I mean, Chris Weidman got destroyed. He has no business fighting. He should not be fighting anymore. He shouldn't have been for a long time. Um, Bets, yeah, I went 1-2. So another losing night, two card losing streak. Um, Went -3 on the night. So I cashed on Rodriguez. Yeah, he looked really good, and I lost on Robertson and Pierce. So I was wrong on those two plays. Congrats to Barber and Lozon. I mean, they dominated. Um, Greg Hardy fight, controversial. Greg Hardy's fighting Volkov, so that's going to be a really good fight. Trying to think of anything else to talk about that card. It was a pretty good card. Randy Costa smoked Boston Salmon. I wish I would have played him. I know I picked him, and Woodson too. I wish I would have played Woodson, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, so let's read comments real quick. Robert Cherry. What's captainship? My last week's again. Yeah, man. Let's get the nice started on this card. I'm looking forward to the 3 bets, and without further ado, I actually have 2 bets for next week as well. But yeah, let's talk about this card. So first fight of the night. All right, so first fight of the night, we got Rafael Pessoa versus Jeff Hughes. I mean, low level heavyweight fight. I'm not going to say that much here. I mean, Pessoa lost to Gane in his debut. He's slow, on the regional scene, a lot of knockouts, but yeah, I mean, I don't think he's really anything. I don't think Hughes is anything special either, but he has the UFC experience. He was going to beat Todd Duffy, even though he took some big shots and he got hurt, but he was on the verge of beating Todd Duffy. Um, he's beaten a better competition, faced better competition. He's slow for sure as well, but he's a grindy fighter. I think he could actually even take down Pessoa. So I'll go Jeff Hughes with a close decision or a late finish. But yeah, I'm not confident in this fight. I don't even know if there'll be a finish. It's just a really ugly low heavyweight fight, low level. Speaking of low level fights, we got Loma versus Alexander Albu. Loma look bomb me, and this is another close fight, man. I got Albu here though. She has experience. I see a lot of people that are really have really strong reads and really confident in Loma, and I don't see it, dude. I mean, she's an atom weight, so I mean, she's making the move up, and I'll say this: Albu is not the biggest strawweight, but I mean, she's so much stronger than her, and I mean, dude, she's massive, man, when it comes to her physique. And I think she's going to muscle her down. I mean, I think she definitely has a grappling advantage, first and foremost. And she's definitely, I think, just going to muscle her down. You got to give Loma the striking advantage. She has the Tiger Muay Thai background and all that stuff, but she's just so small, man. She's freaking been fighting atomweights, dude. Albu's been fighting big competition. I know Whitmire beat him, but Whitmire would do the same thing to Loma. And, even though Kyle and Kieran, isn't really a good fighter at all, I mean, Albu still went up there and, looked pretty decent against her. And I know she slows down, but her striking is not bad either. It's not like Loma beats her ass on the feet. I mean, Albu does have a good jab and, hits hard, but I got to go with the more experienced here. And I think Albu's definitely going to just take her down and kind of just grind her out. I mean, she's really good, man, in the first round. And she slows down, in the third, but Loma hasn't fought anything, dude. So I'm going to go with Albu, and I hope Albu wins. So next fight, we got Croquet Boss versus Sergey Pavolich. Yeah, this is definitely dog or pass. I got Croquet Boss getting the win. I'm not going to bet him, though. I do think he's going to win. I'm more confident in the plays that I have, but yeah, I think he's going to win. I think Sergey definitely has really good hands. He has good boxing. He comes out really strong. But, I mean, he's been getting a lot of finishes and all that. Obviously, both guys have been knocked out once, Croquet Boss once in glory. But I think the longer the fight goes, you got to give the advantage to Greene. He has pretty good cardio. He's durable, too. They're both durable. But the first round is going to be tough, I think, for Greene. Like, he needs to survive that round. But I don't see Pavlich knocking it out. Pavolich is not really a grappler either. If he tries to take down Greene, I mean, you got to give Greene the advantage. Greene's really good off his back and has good jiu-jitsu. But on the feet, I think Greene has more tools. I think Pavolich, hits hard. He has probably the better boxing, but Greene has a great jab. And, he uses length really good. And, he's really good in the clinch too, man. He has good knees, good kicks. He really messed up Diaper, but I mean, then again, Diaper is nothing special. But I mean, Pavlovich messed up Golem, and Golem's nothing special. So they both just beat a can. And then before that, Pavlovich got smoked against Overeem. I think Roque Boss is looking better every fight, and he's training at an elevation at Factory X. So yeah, I got Maurice Greene, Roque Boss getting an upset here. I don't know if he's gonna finish Pavlovich. I mean, I think Pavlovich is really tough, but I'll go with Maurice Greene, Croquet Boss for the decision. I'm going to go with the close decision win. I mean, Greene's won decision before, so the longer the fight goes, I think he's going to win. First round's going to be tough, but I see him winning the last two, and I can see him just picking him apart. Pavlovich has to get inside, if he doesn't, he's going to get picked apart with Croquet Boss's range. So I got Croquet Boss. Next fight, we got Enrique Barzola versus Mamzar Evloev. Yeah, this is a really close fight because both these guys are bantamweights fighting at featherweight, in my opinion. I mean, they're both pretty small featherweights. And at bantamweight, yeah, they're pretty big. But, so this is obviously striker versus grappler matchup. Made no mistake about it. Barzola is a better striker. He's a pretty good fighter. I know he lost to Kevin Aguilar, but he just couldn't get Kevin Aguilar down. And Kevin Aguilar has good takedown defense. I mean, I know Aguilar just lost his last fight, but Denique is a pretty good fighter, man. Kevin Aguilar is good, too. It's not like Aguilar sucks. Like, Aguilar is a good fighter. Barzola just tried to brawl with him, and Aguilar just beat him on the feet, and he couldn't get Aguilar down. Aguilar has been known for his good takedown defense. Barzola is definitely a better striker. I thought Moffat won his last fight. It was really close. Barzola does slow down. He lets guys, kind of get back in it. Mobzar is the better grappler, but Barzola has good takedown defense. I think it's like 82%. And Barzola has good takedowns, but he's not going to take down Mobzar. Mobzar has the better wrestling, the better grappling. I think definitely the better cardio. They're both durable. And Mobzar just super relentless, man. I think Mobzar is really good. I think he's going to go a long way, in either division that he fights in. I think he's going to stick with featherweight, but Mobzar is really good. But I do think Barzola is live here because, he's a good fighter, man, for sure. But I'll go with the takedowns for Mobzar. I think Mobzar is just going to kind of control him and win a decision, but I'm not confident in it, I'll tell you that, because Barzola is no slouch at all. You can't sit here and say Barzola sucks. He's a pretty damn good fighter. So next fight, we got my first play of the night. We got Alex White versus Rafael Fiziev. And yeah, I see a lot of people that are pretty confident on Fiziev here, but I mean, the guy hasn't fought anybody, I'll tell you that right now. He's 6-1 in the UFC, or 6-1 in the UFC. He's 6-1 overall, and he's only been out of the first round once. So, I mean, Alex White has to survive the first round, but after that, I think he's going to win the second, third round. He has the better cardio. Alex White has good cardio. I mean, he looks, he's a little slow starter, but I mean, he's always winning the third round. He's not really a jobber like a lot of people say. I know I bet him versus Jim Miller, and that was, Jim Miller's, an experienced fighter, even though he's at the end of his career. I mean, I think Jim Miller would beat Fiziev too. Fiziev's so green, that's number one. And number two, he's a striker, but I mean, that's what Alex White is. Alex White is more technical, in my opinion. I think Alex White just has more ways to win. Alex White's a veteran man, so I mean, you can sit here and say he's at the bottom of the division, but he's still out here winning UFC fights. I mean, he's 13-5. He's 4-5 in the UFC, 2-3 at 155. But I mean, he's going out there and dropping Tony Martin. He's going out there and dropping James Krause. He hurt both of them, dude. I mean, Fiziev's beating cans on the regional scene. He got smoked last fight against Musafayev. White, lost the first round versus Moret. Like I mentioned, slow starter, but second, third, I mean, easy rounds. And I mean, he has a good jab, man. I like his right hand. He's really aggressive. When he lets his hands go, like the guy has good striking. And obviously, he doesn't really post so much on Instagram, but I know for a fact from a source that he trained his whole camp with Justin Gaethje and Austin Hubbard up in Colorado. So I think that's a really good move, training with killers like that. Learning from Trevor Whitman. I mean, all, the training partners and coaches out there. So that's a great move. I got him at plus 180. I think Alex White's live. I think he's going to win this fight. You know, a lot of people are riding him off and all this stuff. And I mean, yeah, you know, he's definitely, you know, not like a beast or anything. Like, I do think he's at the bottom of the division, but it's all about the spot. And I just don't think Fiziev has nothing special at all. And like I mentioned, he's really green. You know, he comes out really out of the gate explosive. And I think Alex White can definitely survive the first round. He's going to win the fight. So I'm going to go with Alex White. And I think he's going to win either decision or get, you know, Fiziev out of there. Alex White's more, you know, like I mentioned, he has more ways to win. He has a grappling advantage too. So, I mean, I don't think Fiziev's going to go out there and take him down. So, but I think they're going to strike, and Alex White is going to piece him up. So I got Alex White with I'm going to go with the late finish. So next fight we got, and of course, a lot of people in the chat are going to be on Fiziev, but I don't see it. I got Alex White. So next fight we got Random Markos versus Ashley Yoder. Yeah, this is another really close fight. I'm going back and forth on. Don't want to play it. I mean, they're both like this mirror images of each other. They're both grapplers. Yoder's, you know, has some momentum. She looked really good last fight against Askren and Kondo, and you know, Markos lost her last fight against, I mean, one of the best fighters in the division. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the pressure for Markos is good. She does slow down, but they're both durable. Yoder's striking, and they're both the striking is not good. I don't even know who I give the striking advantage to. I mean, Markos has good wrestling, but Yoder has good grappling too. But Yoder can definitely get taken down. They both can. This is one of those fights, dude. I mean, just flip a coin, honestly. I'm gonna go with Markos. I think she has more experience, but Yoder is live for sure. So next fight we got Muslim Salikhov versus Loriano Staropoli. This is my second play. I got Staropoli at plus 155, I think. Let me check real quick. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you know, Muslim, you know, I was wrong about him. I thought he was a can, all this stuff. I don't think he's a can. He's not a jobber by any means. You know, he's a good striker. He's a good counter striker. He lets you go first. He does hit hard for sure. So Staropoli has to be aware of that. I think the first round's going to be tough for him. But I think Staropoli definitely has really good movement. I think he has the better cardio. Salikhov slows down. He has more volume. I mean, Staropoli's going to be pressuring him. He's going to be in and out. He's going to be landing the more shots. He just needs to worry about the counter striking because Muslim has good counter striking. But then again, who did he knock out last fight? He knocked out a complete washed up guy in Norton Taleb. And yeah, Staropoli's been fighting, you know, kind of the same in Thiago Alves and Hector O'Donnell. I mean, they both have been fighting cans, but I mean, I just think that I like the movement. I think Staropoli has the better movement, the better footwork. I think he has a speed advantage. I think he has the cardio advantage. I think they both have good chins. I don't think this fight's going to hit the mat. I mean, yeah, Salikhov, you know, doesn't really have the best ground game. He's been taken down before, and kind of Alex Garcia kind of took advantage of that. I don't think Staropoli's going to take him down, but I think they're going to strike on the feet, and I think Staropoli's going to pick him apart. He has good jab. He has good kicks. He's aggressive, and that's one thing I like about him. Great right hand, and he's just going to be in and out. It's going to be hard, I think, for Salikhov to catch him, and the longer the fight goes, he's going to slow down. So I'll go Staropoli. And one thing I like about this kid is he's improving every fight. He looks good, man. You know, Muslims, you know, a finished product, and this guy Staropoli is going to look better every fight. He's only 26 years old, and then I think I'm pretty sure he's been training with the Bronx, right? Yeah, in Brazil. So I got Staropoli. Is he going to finish Salikhov? I don't know. Salikhov has a great chin. I think he wins the decision. But yeah, he could definitely win or get like a late finish. But I'll go Staropoli with the decision based on more volume and the movements is going to frustrate him. So next fight we got Gane versus Dontel Mays. This is another fight, you know, pretty straightforward. I don't think Mays is bad. By any means, he's definitely improved. I know he lost Alan Crowder, so that's a really bad look because Alan Crowder is so bad. But he's, you know, he knocked out, or not, I don't know if he knocked out, but he beat Kamaru Usman's brother. He's on a winning streak. You know, I like the fact that he went on Contender Series 3 times and then he finally won the last time. He's athletic for sure, but I like Gane. You know, I know he's green, but the guy's training at Factory X. He's training at the same camp, I think, that Francis Ngannou trained at, whatever, in France or whatever. I forget what it's called. It's not Factory, something Factory. MMA Factory, I don't know. But yeah, I like Gane. I mean, he went out there and got a submission win. No one thought that. I mean, the guy is so big on the feet, or not so big, but he's so big, but he's so good on the feet. You know, he's athletic, explosive. I think he's really green, but I think he's going to beat Mays, and I think he's going to go a long way. So I'll go with the monster Gane. I'm going to go with the finish one. So next fight we got Frank Camacho versus Benio Dariush. Yeah, this is a good fight, really good fight. Close fight though too. Because this fight's really interesting because Benio is the better fighter. I think he's way better actually. I think he's way more technical. I think that, I mean, the striking. I think he has way better hands. I mean, his kicks. I mean, way better striker in my opinion. Like way more technical. And on the mat, I mean, yeah, I mean, he has the better grappling, the better wrestling, but the chin, that's the thing. The cardio too, but Camacho has bad cardio too. And I just really think that Benny, he's declining a little bit, dude. He's talked about the R word. He's his chin, man. He's been knocked out 3 times. He's been hurt in a lot of his last fights. 2-fight winning streak. He got hurt against Dover, but he pulled through. And yeah, man. I think Benil's the better fighter, but I think Camacho's live. Camacho is really explosive. He's a brawler. He looked more calm last fight against Nick Hine. But yeah, I mean, even this fight is the mat. Like Camacho has a good ground game too. Like he has good jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't compare with Benny's jiu-jitsu. Benny's ground game is elite in my opinion, and I think Benny's gonna piece him up on the feet. I think right when Camacho maybe lands a big shot, I think Benny's gonna get him down, and I think Benny's gonna tap out Camacho. But I wouldn't play this fight, because Camacho's live and that chin is really, questionable. I think I'd only play Benny at dog money. So, but because I was gonna bet Colossus versus Benny, but that's a different fight. Colossus is way better than Camacho. But yeah, I'll go with Benny with sub, but not confident because Camacho is definitely live. So next fight we got Michael Johnson versus Stevie Ray. One of the worst main events I've ever seen in my life. This is a really, really bottom of the barrel fight. Stevie Ray is a complete jobber. He's washed up. I mean, he hasn't won. What is he like? I know I wrote the stat down. Let me see. I wrote it down. I kind of forgot what it was. Okay, so he's lost 4 of his last 7. He's a fade, but then again, Michael Johnson's a fade too. So you got to give that advantage in defeat to Michael Johnson. He's a better striker, 100%. He's making his return back to 155, but Stevie Ray's the better grappler for sure. But Stevie Ray's chin is deteriorating. He's been knocked out twice out of the last 3 fights. Michael Johnson's pretty durable. He's been knocked out before. Well, has he been knocked out? Yeah, against KG, but he's been hurt in his fights too. He slows down too. His cardio's not that good, but yeah, he's way better on the feet. But his takedown defense is terrible ground game. So, I mean, I could see Ray maybe getting a takedown, but yeah, I got Michael Johnson. You got fade versus fade, and Michael Johnson's lost 4 of his last 6 fights too. So I mean, they're both loser of this fight's going home, but I'll go with Michael Johnson with the win. But I would never play minus 350 or whatever it is. Main event, the fight everyone's been waiting for, Damian Maia versus Ben Askren. And yeah, I got my last play on Damian Maia, and I think it's a good spot for him, man. I really do. I don't think he's going to knock out Ben Askren like a lot of people are saying, but he could definitely hurt him on the feet. I mean, he has way better boxing, way better. I mean, first of all, Ben Askren doesn't even have striking, okay? Like, you can sit here and say Maia doesn't have like good striking, but go back and watch the Colby fight. He didn't hurt Colby, I'll tell you that, at all. I mean, people are saying he boxed Colby up. Come on, Colby's the future champ. We all know Colby's gonna go out there and beat Usman. But anyways, Maia didn't look that bad on the feet, dude. Maia is way better on the feet here. And the thing is, who has Ben Askren fought grappler? Has Ben Askren fought any grapplers in UFC and MMA? I'm not UFC. I'm sorry, and MMA. None. This is the first one. Damian Maia's fought, Kamaru Usman, Colby. I mean, this isn't. I mean, Ben Askren's not Colby and Usman. They're the 2 best fighters in the world. They actually have striking. Ben Askren has no striking. He's slow. I mean, even if he gets Maia down, he's in Maia's world. I mean, I think Maia could 100% submit him. I think on the feet, Askren's going to lose. So I just don't see how Askren wins this fight. People are saying Maia slows down all that stuff, but I mean, how's Askren gonna tire him out? He's just gonna weigh on him. Like, if Askren even gets him down, like I mentioned, he's in trouble. I think he's in Maia's world. I could definitely see tapping him out. So I got the striking advantage for Maia. I think Maia has the ground advantage. I mean, I just don't see any advantage for Ben Askren. I think Ben Askren's a fraud, in my opinion. He's 0-2 in the UFC. We all know he lost to Robbie Lawler. That was really controversial. He's durable, though, but like I mentioned, he's never fought any grapplers in MMA. And, I mean, Damian Maia has. And Damian Maia's, I thought he was done. I faded him a couple of times with some good strikers like Lyman Good. I'm actually fading Lyman Good next week, so we'll talk about that after this. But Yeah. So, but I mean, Damian Maia's on a 2-fight winning streak. He doesn't have to worry about anything that Ben Askren offers in the feet. So we got the striking advantage. If the fight is to Matt, like, is can Maia take down Askren? Like, that's what I'm trying to think. I think he could actually, to be honest, but I'm trying to think who's going to shoot first. It's probably going to be Askren because Maia's probably going to be winning the striking exchanges. But yeah, I think Maia's going to take him down, and I think he's honestly just going to be in his world and he's going to tap out Askren. So I'm going to go with Maia with the sub, and I think Maia's going to box him up as well. You giving me plus 160 on the guy that has the better ground game and the guy that's a better striker, and they have way more experience. I mean, Askren hasn't fought one grappler in MMA. I don't see all the hype on Ben Askren at all. Like, he beat people outside the UFC. He has beat a couple of good names, but this is the UFC, dude. This is the big leagues, and Maia's been doing it for a very long time, dude. So I'm gonna go with Maia, man. He's gonna get a sub. I'm telling you right now. I hope he knocks him out. That'd be really cool. I'm not picking him by KO. He's gonna hurt Askren with the feet, but yeah, I got Maia with the submission win, and I think Ben Askren's gonna retire. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna cut him after that. You could feed him to Vicente Luque after he beats Wonderboy, but who knows what happens. So official pick, Damian Maia, plus 160. All my plays are 2 units, but I forgot to mention that. So I got 3 dog plays. Next week, I already have 2 bets. I have 3 units on Julio Arce at plus 120, and I have 3 units on Chance at plus 125. Stay tuned to Twitter. I will be having at least probably one more play. I'm actually like halfway down that card right now. Yeah, let me read the comments real quick. Okay. Quincy, I got Alex White as well, the number to finish. Joe, I got Staropoli. I'm only betting on Gane every time until he loses. I mean, Gane is, he's I think he's going to go a long way, man. I like him. He's a good prospect. He's green for sure, though. Staropoli, Mark, what's up, man? Joe, I got Benil. Maia by KO. I mean, I hope he does. I don't know if he's going to KO, though. Pavolich will KO him. Greene keeps his hands down. Yeah, Greene, his defense isn't the best. He gets hit. He gets hurt, but he's tough. I don't see him getting knocked out. I really don't. Gane and Johnson parlay. I wouldn't parlay Michael Johnson here, man. I wouldn't play him, man, at that juice. Like, Michael Johnson's such a fraud. The guy's drops the ball so much, dude. Like, he's gonna win, in my opinion, but I wouldn't play him. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't even play him on DraftKings. I hope Maia guillotines Askren on the first takedown. I think a lot of people are really pulling for Maia here just because Askren, he's just annoying, dude. Like, I have a shirt. Like, I don't hate Askren, but I thought he was going to be way better than he was. But obviously, he's fought pretty good competition. But he just, yeah, man, this is a bad matchup for him, in my opinion. Let's see. Maia retiring after this fight. I don't know how Ben Askren's going to beat him, though. We'll see. Definitely that. I mean, the only way Ben Askren can win is taking him down and lay on him, but he's going to be in his, Maia's wheelhouse, like I just mentioned. Yeah, see, Robert, Damien fought everyone. Do your homework with that pick. Who Askren actually beat? Askren really hasn't beaten anyone besides Douglas Lima, and that was a very long time ago. And Douglas Lima was a striker. Like I mentioned, I've been repeating on this podcast 100 times. Name one grappler in MMA that Ben Askren has fought. There's none. He hasn't fought one. This is the first time he's ever fought a grappler. Maia's fought plenty of grapplers. And people are out there saying that Askren's on the same level as Colby and Usman. Are you kidding me right now? Colby and Usman are the 2 best fighters in the world. They're great fighters and they're great strikers. Askren's none of that. So those are my picks. Comment below, guys, who you guys have in every fight. And we'll be back next week. Later, guys. And thanks for tuning in.